John St. Julien spent a relatively short time in Lafayette. It was just 13 years, but he arrived at the right time for him and for us. Beyond family, John's passions were education, technology, and community.
That we return to the problems that are always present whenever you try and educate, whenever you try and change communities.
In 2003, Lafayette was just embarking on transformative discussions on those topics that will help define the city for decades to come. The foundation of his thinking was shared community, one in which all have a stake and all are entitled to have a say.
The idea is that the old commons were a plot of land, usually in the center of a village, that belonged to nobody, but that was used for the benefit of all.
Education was central to this vision because no community can succeed without a well-educated, informed public. John, as a former education professor, believed this to his core and acted on that belief repeatedly in Lafayette.
The burden of a much larger problem falls disproportionately on teachers and schools. It is simply and clearly unfair.
John viewed technology as a tool to advance learning and capacity. It was not a gadget fetish. It was a means to an end. One of the immediate ends was to break down barriers to information, knowledge, and learning. Technology is a tool to creating the informed community.
When you get down to it, the problems become human problems. And the real problem, the way that I've tried to stick it together in my mind, is the thing that we need to do now is build the human infrastructure.
John found outlets for his passions in Lafayette, and through the articulation of his views, found himself leading and shaping conversations and movements around those passions. From championing the effort to use the LUS Fiber network to bridge the digital divide, to promoting the understanding of poverty as the central impediment to public education.
Poverty is so overwhelming that making any kind of progress on the larger problem depends upon changing our ranking on the level of poverty. Only fixing the poverty issue or addressing it directly with programs aimed at kids who come out of those situations will address it directly, and we're not doing it.
Or standing up against racially divisive policies and practices, John's involvement and leadership were crucial. It was not by force of will that he won adherents and admirers. That wasn't his way. It was instead through his incisive and critical thinking and his heartfelt commitment to his principles. The fact that John has left us makes ensuring that his contributions, insights, and values are preserved all the more important to this community. So, following the model of the successful creation of the Dr. Tommy Como Endowed Chair in Traditional Music at UL Lafayette, a group of John's friends have launched an effort to create the John St. Julien Chair in Community, Technology, and Education in UL's College of Education. It is a multi-year project, and St. Julien's Goods is going to be a key element in raising the funds needed to accomplish this goal. The first crop of fig preserves is our first step in that journey. There will be others. We ask that you join with the St. Julien's Goods Foundation to support this effort with your dollars, your commitment, and your continuing public engagement in the causes that matter to John St. Julien and to us.